building.
Yo, we in the house.
Yo.
This is Conversation with Jocks, where we give you positive perspectives on our daily encounters.
Welcome back to Conversation with JOC. In today's episode, we're going to discuss where motivation falls short. But before we get into that, let's go around the room and find out how you fellas been doing. What's going on with Joe?
Oh, I'm chilling. So, just I don't know. I'm sorry.
Let's move on.
Yeah.
Try. How you been doing, man?
Good, man. I was just watching that Duke Tennessee game.
You beat Purdue?
Oh, yes. Purdue and Tennessee. And I was checking out their big man, Purdue. Purdue's big man, number 15. I think he has a lot of potential, but need to work on his low post moves. I think he needs to go to a large one camp when he makes the NBA, because he's going to make the NBA.
He might not. He might not.
He's going to make the NBA.
I ain't seen him hit 1-3 tonight.
He's not, that's not in his capacity.
That's not his capacity, but that's what we looking at right now in today's game. You can't shoot the 3 ball. You're kind of useless.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to be a skilled player at all. He's just in there for the size.
With his size, and if he work on his footwork, I think he has a good career in the NBA.
I mean, how much work did Vern really help us?
Wow.
So, they do us no good.
I mean, that was kind of, we picked up anybody, so it didn't matter who we actually had. So you really can't use that as a good example.
Throw somebody in the middle. I think we threw P in the middle one time.
Yeah, we did actually throw P in the middle one time.
I just remember a time we needed Vern to hold us down. Isn't he 7 foot?
Yeah.
All right.
He been on one today. All right. But look, let's go ahead and get into this where motivation falls short. So, C, what is the importance of motivation?
I'll get into it, but before we get into it, let's get into the cheat code.
You're right. Today's cheat code is don't let your loneliness make you reconnect with toxic people. Because at the end of the day, you're not going to drink poison because you're thirsty. Let's go.
Nice. Yeah, that's crazy because it's true. Sometimes that desire just to be with someone is so overpowering that we usually go back with things that didn't really work out for us.
Right.
I think I done moonwalked once or twice, which, at the end of the day, you always going to regret it. So I wish I'd have had this cheat code back in the day
right.
when I was back there moonwalking.
Yeah. So when you drink poison, stay away.
You already know. But yeah, so C, talk to us about motivation and its importance.
I think motivation is very, very important. I feel that motivation cannot get you to the goal without discipline. Motivation is a fuel that gets us going. Motivation can move people to do things that are important to get a goal or mission accomplished. Oh, you're a motivational speaker, and I know you are aware or you have seen the impact motivation has on many people.
Yeah, absolutely. Motivation or motive action, basically what it is just gives the people the why on what they're doing and just inspires them to take action on whatever that action may be. But when it comes to discipline, it seems that discipline is like the unsung hero when it comes to motivation. There's so much props or just so much energy placed on motivation, and the hero or the star of the show, which is discipline, a lot of times get overlooked.
Right. discipline is not, it's not sexy. It's not groovy. It's not something desired. It's you're doing something that maybe your mind and your body is telling you not to, but you need to do it in order to get your goal.
Now, some people, do some people have more discipline than others?
I feel the mass majority has a capacity of discipline, but there are a few individuals that could go beyond that. The reason I'm saying, here's an example why I say a lot of people have the capacity of discipline. We show up for our job all the time, and it's grueling. Sometimes it's hard to wake up and get out of bed. Well, we do it on a continuous basis, whether it's Monday through Friday. We get up, we go to work, and we perform our job. We don't perform our job in a low level. We try to do it a medium or high impact level to get our job done, and it takes discipline. A lot of times we're doing tasks that are redundant, but we stay the course and we do it, because the moment we stop doing it, the moment we show up late for work, the moment our production becomes lower than expected, our boss will call us in the office and say, "Hey, what's going on?" And if you can't stick through something that you don't want to do, and your production is not getting to the point where it needs to be, you'll be fired. You'll be fired. So you say, "Hey, you know what? I got bills. I got a family. I need support. I'm going to stick through it. I'm going to need the discipline it takes to accomplish my job." And that's why I say we have the capacity of having discipline.
Well,
But when it comes to ourselves, showing up, I call it discipline, showing up for yourself. We kind of fall off because we give ourselves a pass. They say, "Hey, you know what? I want to become a better such and such.
Mm-hmm.
And in order for me to become this better such and such, I need to read this book, listen to an audiobook, or do something on a daily basis." And because we're our boss, we may say, "You know what? Today, I'm gonna give you a pass. Relax. Watch the basketball game, watch the football game, chill out with your family, do it tomorrow." And then it always may be, "I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow."
Did I understand you correctly when you were saying that a lot of people have the capacity for discipline, but they choose not to necessarily do it? But if you observe them, you could see that there's other places in their life where they show discipline because of consequence.
I mean, because I was gonna kind of touch on that same thing, especially when you brought up the job situation.
Yeah.
What if you just that nice at your job that you be slacking all day, but at the end of the day, you still get to work done?
It takes discipline to show up to work every day. Yeah, and you may be skillful enough where you may have to do minimal effort, but effort is there. Can you be in a position where you can be the top line, the best person, or so valuable that
They not gonna get rid of you no matter what you do. You
Right.
show up to work late, you leave early, but they know at the end of the day, you the best they got. So you allowed to slack.
But we don't think that a disciplined person will be slacking.
no, you're not gonna be slacking. But what I'm trying to say is, you may have skill where you can get to your job and do a mediocre effort, but be a top performer. It takes discipline. It takes more discipline, or you doing more than just showing up to work.
I mean, yeah, that goes back to, what I just said. Still, you could give mediocre performance,
Mhm.
but it's still top-notch work because it's effortless to you. Like Allen Iverson, for example.
Hmm.
he go party. He not in the gym like Kobe, but he go party, and then game night he gonna drop 40 on you.
But I'm going to say something. It's not. No, I'm a big Allen Iverson fan. It's not that he's not in the gym. He's just not to the extreme as Kobe. He's putting in work, but not to the extreme.
We talking about practice.
No, yes. He in if you listen to the whole conversation, yes, he puts in work. He puts in work. So he's not saying that he doesn't practice. He puts in work, but not to the extreme as Kobe.
Right, and the results is obvious.
Yeah, the results is still the same. Both of them finna give you 40.
Well, Kobe has championships.
Because Kobe had people with him. Kobe didn't do it by himself.
I guess that's that would take us down the rabbit hole.
Yeah, I was just talking about individual work. That's what I wasn't talking about nothing else. I was just talking about individual work. One dude is a gym rat.
Right.
The other dude is not a gym rat. But they both finna give you 40.
Not saying Iverson is not a gym rat. I can't say because it took him discipline to get to that point where he is.
Some people just got natural talent, man. Some people just have natural talent.
I can't say Iverson's not a gym rat. I can't say.
I know that's your man. I know that's your man.
He put in work, but not to the extreme. I could agree with not to the extreme. That's Kobe, but he put in work. He put in work.
I'm talking gym rat.
Okay.
Gym rat.
But not to stray off. Not to stray off.
That's exactly what was happening.
My thing is this, and why I feel it's important to take a look at ourselves. We show up for other people, but we do not show up for ourselves. We give ourselves a pass, but when it comes to a job where they are maximizing your productivity and you're not maximizing it for yourself, there's a problem. When you get home from your job and you have a goal that you want to accomplish, you need to first say, hey, you know what? I need to show up for me. And it takes discipline to go through the things that you don't want to do in a period of convenience and where you want to relax, where you have to say, you know what? I have to push those things aside. And every day I need to do something or make a step towards your goal. And it takes discipline to do so.
Yeah, while you were speaking, it reminded me of that movie with Tom Cruise, Jack Reacher, the first one where there's a bad guy and he was in Siberia, some kind of cold country, and to survive, he bit off the frostbite off of his fingers just to survive. And as he set up his mobster group, if any one of his guys made a mistake, they had an option. Either they had to bite off their finger or they had to become unalived. Mm-hmm. And the question is, do I have the self-will or the discipline to bite my finger in order to stay alive? And a lot of times we don't necessarily have to bite our finger to stay alive. A lot of times what we need to do to stay alive is maybe change our diet or exercise. And do we have the discipline in order to do something as simple as that to save our lives? And that's the question.
Yeah.
I mean, I seen the movie Jack Reacher, number one. And yeah, he was in a Siberian prison. That is wild because how many people really have that sort of discipline, I guess, to self-inflict pain on yourself
to survive.
In order to survive.
Yeah.
That take a special kind of person.
So would we say that then, so we know that motivation is not meant to carry us through our goals. It's meant to really give us to start us off.
Yeah. A
jump start and then discipline. But the question is discipline a muscle that we have to strengthen?
Yeah. It's like even, you like running back then, and the period of going through that
run. He was a track star.
The period of pushing through when you're tired, when you feel you have nothing left in the tank, and you pushing yourself despite all the things in your head that's telling you to stop, and you find a will to go on, and you went at a point where you think you couldn't go on, and you find yourself doing 3 more miles. You're fighting through something, or your mind that's telling you not to do it, but you're finding a way to fight through, and it's very, very challenging to do so.
Hey, look,
Extremely challenging.
look, both of y'all was in the military.
Mhm.
Y'all served our country proudly. That's me. I'm saluting y'all right now, right?
Mhm.
How hard was it being in the military with, they're extremely disciplined.
Yeah, it's challenging because the next guy's relying on you. Many times you have to wake up early in the morning, odd hours of the morning to do something. And if you don't do it, you're going to let the next person down. I mean, I'm not sure for you.
For me, it's a little bit different. For me, it's a little bit different. I'm competitive, and it didn't feel like discipline to me. It was just the competitiveness of pushing forward. But I also learned that there's a difference between external motivation, which is drill sergeants yelling at you, and internal motivation or internal discipline. Because in the military, we had to make our beds nice and crisp. We had to be disciplined to do that. But outside of that environment where someone is not yelling at the top of their lungs, my bed wasn't crisp all the time. Now, personally, I make my bed now, but there is a difference between external discipline and internal discipline.
Mhm.
And so even though the military was a great journey, and there were some experiences where I just wanted to see how far I can go or how far I could push myself. So it was much more of a joy for me
Right.
versus the word. When I think about discipline, I think about a dry marching forward through something, and it's extremely difficult.
Yeah, it's time where it's going to be that way.
So was that more motivation for you then because you're so competitive rather than discipline?
Correct. I don't think it was discipline.
No, I think it's a combination of
It's-
both. It's like for me, right? If I'm motivated, if I'm military, I'm motivated to be the top notch military person. I'm going to say, hey, how can I be this elite soldier, Marine, or Navy personnel? How can I be that way? And if you gave me the guidelines of how to do so, my motivation is going to make me stick through that guideline to become the best because I know someone else is not doing it. It's just like in life, right? If you told me that you wanted to be a doctor, an astronaut, and I say, hey, it's real simple to do it. Follow this guideline. Okay, what does the guideline entail? Oh, you would have to do this task 100 times every single day. Okay, simple enough. Whether it's reading something 100 times, whether it's doing a habit or task 100 times every single day. The first day, because you're motivated, because you want to be this elite person, or with something close to your goal, you do it. The next day you may do it. The third day you may tail off and say, hey, you know what? My friends are doing something. I got something else going on. I'd rather sleep. I had a hard day at work. And then you're not going to do it 100 times a day. It takes the discipline to gut through this event. If I say, hey, to become a better free throw shooter, you need to take 100 shots a day. You may do it the first few times, but then when certain things come up, you find a way not to do it. Discipline takes you through this hard, full task.
I totally agree. For me, I would add, because where motivation starts, I would use discipline to create a habit. And a habit is something that's just automatic. It doesn't take great effort to do a habit. You're just doing the habit.
Yeah.
And so I would use discipline to create habits in order to accomplish the thing that I'm trying to accomplish. But we know C. we know C is a disciplined dude. Is this facts? Am I lying?
You ain't lying.
And so, break down to us, see, like there's a lot of things that we know you have accomplished. And are you saying that discipline was the key to your success?
Discipline has everything to do with any success I have. Because whether it's school, whether it's any sort of training or working out, half the time in my mind is that I'm psyching myself out. I can't do it. This ain't for me. I'm not that person. But what gets me through it, I say, you know what? Regardless of this, I'm still going to do it every single time because I have to show up for myself. And I get upset that I show up for others, meaning jobs or any other task. And I put myself last. Because at the end of the day, they don't care about you. They only care about the production that you can produce. And the moment that you can't produce, the moment that you become that you're not valuable. And because you can't produce, you probably can't even produce for yourself. And then you have the leftovers, the efforts. Maybe you can't walk as you used to. Maybe you can't run as you used to. And then when you try to do something for yourself, no, you don't have that energy. You're not in a position where you can do the best for yourself. So for me, it's showing up for me every single time. Every single time.
Yeah, because who gonna love you more than you?
Right.
They don't love us.
Because if I say I want to be the best shape of my life, and you give me the book to do so, because no matter what you want to do and accomplish in life, someone has done it before, and they probably wrote a book, and they can give you an instruction manual. They said, for you to be the best shape in your life, you have to show up in the gym every single day and do such and such. And if you can't show up for yourself, then you won't accomplish your goal. It could sound very simple, but to do that is going to be very challenging because we can find other ways or do other things or have in our mind to psych ourselves from not doing it.
Excellent, man. Excellent. That was definitely a good one there. And basically what we did here today is explore the essential elements of success based on motivation and discipline. Motivation acts as initial fuel to begin the journey towards a goal, but it's discipline that sustains the progress when motivation not there anymore. We emphasize the importance of continuous action, accountability, showing up yourself, drawing parallels between personal and professional commitment. While motivations may start the journey, discipline is what ensures the completion, ultimately shaping the path to our success. Thank you guys for listening, and we'll see y'all when we see y'all.
Peace.
And that wraps up another thought-provoking episode of Conversations with Jock. If you want more engaging content and exclusive behind-the-scenes moments, make sure to follow us on Instagram at Jock Talks. And for the complete episodes and thrilling bonus content, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Jock Podcast. We appreciate your continued support and look forward to bringing you more inspiring conversations in the future. Stay curious, stay motivated, and keep striving for personal growth. Until next time.